Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. I hope you all are fine. First of all, I want to thank my all the viewers who have been supporting me by giving their wonderful comments and asking me different things. And I hope that I assure you that I'll be making more videos to help you know this new syllabus 1123 for 2024. So you know that for this new syllabus, now your reading skills, they need to be really perfect. Well, looking at this, I have picked a totally different and a unique topic for my today's video. That is the difference between explicit and implicit meaning. These two terms might sound new to you, but be very careful that you will be facing these terms now off and on. Today's video is based on this new book of Cambridge which has just been released, and I've really loved this book, and I'll be making some videos to show you this book's content. So let's see that what is the difference between explicit and implicit meaning. Well, explicit meaning is actually the surface meaning of something. It is the direct meaning, and it is the meaning which you understand by just reading the text casually. On the other hand, implicit meaning is the deep meaning of the text. It is when you are reading in between the lines. It is when you have a thorough understanding of all the figure of speeches, and you may know that where and how a writer has used some figure of speech on purpose. So for the explicit meaning, the things are clearly stated. Okay, you can easily find them. They are directly stated there, and you can easily spot them on the surface. But in case of implicit meaning, the things are not clearly stated. You need to read them between the lines to get the idea. And I must tell you, and you also know that when you are doing some comprehension for O levels, there are few of the questions who are explicitly set, and there are many questions which are implicitly set. So in order to distinguish between explicit and implicit meaning, I have selected a short passage that we will read together, and after reading it, we will see that how can we distinguish between explicit and implicit meaning. So let's read this passage together, which is about the scene of a rain. The rain lashed against the windscreen, causing rivers of water to cascade down its surface. The windscreen wipers were struggling to clear it. The traffic was moving more slowly than usual as they inched along the highway towards home. So I'm sure that this description is quite understood by you. Let's see that how examiners set some explicit question based on it. The first question is, what was the weather like? And I'm sure that you can easily answer this question that it was raining heavily, because this has been clearly told. Okay, then another question which is taken as an explicit question, a direct question: where were they traveling? They were traveling home. It was quite simple. But unfortunately, such questions are few in our comprehension passage. So we may not rely on just knowing explicit question. We'll have to see that what are implicit questions as well. Let's see an example of an implicit question. From the evidence in the text, explain why the traffic was moving more slowly. Look at this word why. So we have to suggest the reason. Some suggestions for this answers are: the traffic was moving more slowly than the usual because the heavy rain made the visibility poor. Now this answer is not clearly stated there. By reading that text and by looking at the given words, we have made this inference. Another answer can be: the traffic was moving more slowly than the usual because the heavy rain made the driving conditions dangerous. This question also hits our senses, and this question can be regarded as correct. But look at another response. The traffic was moving slowly than the usual because there has been an accident, and you may recall that there has not been any such hinting of an accident. So let's see how examiner views it. The first question's answer will be taken correct. The first response is taken correct because it is stated in the description that the windscreen wipers were struggling. So this word is showing us that the visibility was poor and hence the driving conditions were not feasible for the driver. On the other hand, the B response will also be taken as correct because this answer shows that the driving conditions were poor and hence it was not possible to drive. But this response C1 will not be regarded as correct answer because it makes a deduction that accidents are more common in heavy rain, but this is not based on the information given in the text. So it means that we have to read carefully, we have to look at each word carefully, and we have to make our responses accordingly. Another smarter way to give the responses be like this, where we are actually leaving out the sentence stems, and we may begin our answer with because the heavy rain made visibility poor. Now another response will be like this, and this is the wrong response because there had been an accident. So let's see that what are the command words which will begin some explicit questions. Here are the words which may be used by examiner to begin an explicit question. On the other hand, implicit questions may begin with these words like explain, suggest, how. Thank you very much for giving your precious time to watch this video, but I would really love if you are suggesting me with your valuable comments, and you may ask me if you want me to make some video on your required topic. Thank you very much, and I'll be making some videos on this new